Hey, Andrew Gash here at the Audioholics Get Together 2012, and I'm in the Salk Signature Sound room. The products that they're really focusing on today are their SoundScape tower speakers, and in particular the SoundScape 8 tower speakers. Now let me tell you just a few tech specs about them. They're kind of the little brothers of the SoundScape 10 and 12s. They use the same ribbon tweeter, same Accuton mid-range, and a 12-inch passive radiator, and then two 8-inch woofers, that making them the only difference between the 10 and 12, which uses a single 10 and 12-inch woofer. Sensitivity is 87 decibels, which means you can drive it with a reasonable amp, and it plays down 25 hertz. Now, what I read is that they set out to design a speaker that just projects a natural sound, doesn't add any of its own sonic signature. And the great thing about it is that when I walked into the room and I started listening, that's exactly what I was thinking was, this sounds I'm not hearing any accentuated mid-range or higher. I'm not hearing anything that's standing out as odd. It all sounds like it's real. For instance, they played some piano tracks, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, it sounds like there's a piano just sitting in front of me. I'm in a lounge, I'm in a bar, and if I close my eyes, then there's just that piano sitting right there. So they really sounded fantastic to me. The price point on these is $8,000 for the pair of the SoundScape 8 tower speakers. Now, something else that impressed me was when I walked in the room, I actually wasn't listening to the towers. I was listening to these bookshelves, and they sounded, actually, I gotta tell you, I thought I was listening to the towers, and somebody said no, the bookshelves. They sounded incredible. I can't tell you what the model number is, though, because they don't really exist yet. This is when they're premiering, right here. And so to tell you about them, I've actually got the designer, Jim Salk, and you happen to be standing right here. Fantastic. How you doing?
Very good, Andrew.
Thanks so much. Can you tell me about what these guys are and what makes them so awesome?
Well, we're a custom builder, so we had a customer from New York contact us, and he said, I have a small space. I want a small speaker, but I want it to be as good as possible. So we looked around for the drivers, and I talked to him about the kind of music he wanted to listen to, and it ended up that he was really interested in the highest performing drivers we could put in a small cabinet. So we were in love with this raw tweeter. We used it on all of our models, and we teamed it up with a ScanSpeak Illuminator driver, which is a very nice driver. It's not particularly all that sensitive, but it does play very deep in a small cabinet, and it's smooth and accurate, and the response to this speaker has been tremendous. Of course, it's expensive, so I didn't want to add it to the website because I didn't think the demand would be there, but as people listen to it, the story I kept getting back here today was, yeah, you got to put this thing out because it's worth that kind of money.
I totally agree with it. When I walked in, I'm hearing the tracks and I'm thinking, where's the bass coming from? I was looking around for a sub, didn't find it, and I'm blown away by these. So what's next for these? Hopefully you're going to make a move on them, right?
Well, the first thing to do would be to find a name for them.
Right.
As soon as we have a name for them, we'll put them on the website and they'll be available.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it. This is the Salk Sound booth or room right here at the Audioholics 2012 Get Together. Now, Jim, I go to all the booths, and I think I got a name for these speakers. If you here, just here, the name, we should call them the Andrew Gash bookshelf speakers.